Order. Order on the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is bad.
On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit to the stand.
This is gonna hurt my voice after a while. Oh well.
Mr. Sawit, you sell newspaper subscriptions in this court. Oh, correct, dang it.
Oh yes, newspapers, yes. Mr. Shortwich, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Witness testimony. I was going door to door, selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her, lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to the nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there.
Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that.
Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working?
Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building.
Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout?
Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawit used was one of those, Your Honor. I have a record of the blackout from your parcel.
Blackout record added to the court record. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes. Yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor? Alright, right. This is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? That witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty?
How do I prove he's not?
You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be some contradiction in there. First, find the contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you found the contradiction evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Yeah, okay. So I already know pretty much this, so I don't have to read it again. Because it's hurting my voice. Ugh. I know where it's at. The music in this game is amazing. The contradiction is I think it's when he says 1 o'clock. Phone in the apartment wasn't working. I went to the nearby park, found a public phone, and yeah. 1 p.m. Are you certain? Yes, absolutely. He seems really confident. 1 p.m. Right, that doesn't seem strange to you? Present some evidence to contradict him. Another time it was 1 p.m. So, you present to him this. So, boom! You found the body at 1 p.m.? Are you sure? Yes. Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. This statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes at the time of the death sometime after 4 p.m. There was nobody no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap?
Objection! This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time.
After this testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Shotwich,
Why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.?
That's really a good question. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out a contradiction, lies always beget more lies. See through one and their whole story falls apart. Wait, I remember now.
Could you care to give your testimony again?
So I know all the contradictions, so don't worry. You see, I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video or tapes a program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. I'm terribly sorry about the misunderstanding.
I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a tape program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Right. You know what to do. You know what to do. I got this one. I got this one. I got it. Another contradiction. The contradiction is... That is the contradiction. Is it gonna play the awesome music? Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard the television, or a video.
Yeah.
I irk. The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sharpett?
No,
I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now.
Mr. Sharpett, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility.
That you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body.
Very well, Mr. Sharpett. Let's hear your testimony. Once more, please.
Hearing time. Actually, I didn't hear the time, I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. It must have been what I saw.
You saw the clock. I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Gladly. Let's do this. I don't remember this one, though. Oh yeah, here we go. Music's starting. I saw it. There's a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it on the victim. Let's press him on that. The murder weapon. Yes, the table clock that was used as a weapon. That's what I just said, did I? Did you doze off in the middle of some testimony? Something fishy here. The murder weapon. Let's... I think you present the statue. I'm not sure. Let's do it. I forgot. Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was the statue. Now how... Yeah, here we go. Now how is this supposed to be a clock?
What? You with your objections and your evidence?
Just why don't you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Sharpett. Hey, I saw it in there, okay? That's a clock.
Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne. As the witness stated, the statue's indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it, and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submit it as a statue. My apologies. I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with this testimony now?
Yes, you do. You gotta say yes. Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock if he held it in his hands. Yet the witness testifies that he never entered the apartment. clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was the clock because he went into the apartment. Because you're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah, prove it. Prove it I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were in the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard.
Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Shotwick, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. The voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time.
Why? What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless contradiction.
Faceless. Just look at the witness' face.
Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock?
I never. Look, the clock. I saw. God. Oh, I never get tired of that.
Shut up, I hate you. It was him, I tell you, I saw him. He killed, and he should burn, give him death. Order in the court, I say.
Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claim.
Mr. Wright.
Your Honor?
You claim the sound witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence?
The whole case is riding on this. I better think this through carefully. Yes, Your Honor. The sound Mr. Shotwick heard was definitely this clock. In fact, it is clear if you simply examine the batteries, ask the neighbors. No, it's this one. Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have this clock? The clock, whatever. I ask the court to listen carefully. Beep. I think it's 8:20. Yeah.
That certainly is a strange way to announce the time.
Well, he is the thinker after all.
So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright?
Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now?
It's 11:25. Back.
As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the big word hurt my head between Mr. Shotwick heard and the actual time of the death. So, Mr. Shotwick, try to talk your way out of this one. Love this music, love it.
Oh, you forgot one thing.
Uh-oh. What's he talking about?
While it may seem like this clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it wasn't running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case.
He's right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it.
I was so close. Mr. Wright, it seems you lack this critical evidence to support your claim.
Yes, Your Honor.
This means I cannot let the incident indict the witness. Unfortunately. This ends the cross-examination for Mr. Frank Shotwick.
I come all this way down here to testify, and look what happens. They treat me like a criminal.
You lawyers are simply all slime.
Grr, I almost had him. Bang. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now.